I'm Keith Regan.
And I'm Jim Gallagher.
This is the story of the instigated buck fight.
4 deer fighting underneath my tree that I rattled in.
And how we hunted them for the rest of the season.
Tell them your story, Keith, when you've seen it.
Well, we're over here in Massachusetts. It's November 19th. Jim shot this buck yesterday. He shot it about 3:30 in the afternoon, called it right into him, rattled, called, came right to him, 27 yards. Made a good shot on it. We're recovering it this morning. But last week we came in here. Jim was in these woods. He rattled, and some deer came in. They came in right after dark and started fighting right under his tree for about 15-20 minutes, making a racket. We came in here last week, and I've been seeing some does and skippers, and when was it? 2 days ago. I think I came in here on a Friday, snuck into my spot. I heard some deer walking just on the other side of this hill. I walked up to my tree. I was ready to climb in it. I could hear a deer walking right on the other side of this little ridge. It came walking around right to my tracks. It started coming towards me. It was a rack buck. It wasn't this one, but I think it wasn't this one, but it was a nice big rack buck. And 2 days before that, I went in there, climbed, rattled, and this deer came walking up to me 40 yards away. It was 15 minutes before light, before dark, and he stood there for a half an hour. Wouldn't even move. I was ready for him to go into an opening and get a shot at him, but he just stood there and walked by me after dark, and I could tell the rack on this thing was massive, just like this guy. Beautiful Massachusetts buck. Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks.
God, glad you got him. What a buck.
Me too.
What a buck. This spot's incredible. It's a beautiful, cold November day. Having fun.
Yeah. I still got 2 buck tags left too. One in New Hampshire and one in Mass.
Yeah, this is what? This is 384th deer between us.
Yeah.
Jim's shot
with a bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, and this is Jim's 4th deer this year. He shot an 8-pointer, a spike, and a doe.
Yep.
And I've got 2 does and a 6-pointer so far.
But how many deer have you passed?
Ah man, I've passed up 3 different bucks and all kinds of does and
You don't even know.
antlerless deer. But yeah, I passed up more deer this year than ever. I'm hoping to find a big buck too, but we still got some time left. We got a few tags left too, so
That's right.
we're still going to be at it.
That's right.
Good shooting, Jim.
a week ago, this is where that buck fight was. I listened to this deer make this scrape right here. Back in here now, and I didn't think that they had come back to it, because I had come here once during the week and it wasn't opened up. But they came back, they rubbed this tree right here. That's a brand new rub. See what happens this evening. That's the tassel land. Everything comes in downwind. I'm not sure if you could smell that tassel land. But that's one of me and Keith's favorite tricks. We use it all the time. Oh man, I'm wired. Me. 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 Ah. Ah. Ah.
Meh. 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 Meh.
I don't want to look away, but I think I just knuckled that monster. I didn't see him fall. I seen him stop, I think, though. Oh man, that's a nice buck. He's about 80 or 90 yards away now. I hope I got him. I think I did. But you know, with a bow and arrow, you're never sure. Man, what a year. That's the 19th buck I've seen this year. I think I have all of them on video except 1, 2, 3. And I've got every single one of those deer except 2 of them inside of 35 yards. I can't see a doe. I've seen 2 does this year and 2 skippers. I shot one of the skippers. Every time I go out, if I see a deer, they got horns. I've never had a season like this, ever. And I'm hunting the same spots I've been hunting for the past 15 or 20 years. I'm psyched. Definitely got good blood.
2 Saturdays ago, me and Keith came over here hunting this swamp. We're hunting about 500 yards apart. I horn rattled just before dark. I ended up rattling in 4 bucks, all too late to shoot, but they were fighting underneath my tree stand for about 15 or 18 minutes. I got it all on camera, but you can't see anything, but you can hear them fighting underneath my tree. They're maybe 20 feet away. In the end, one of them, I think, harpooned the other one, and we're going to add this to that video. You're going to get to listen to the whole thing. It went on for like 18 minutes. Since then, we've come back here a bunch of times. I think Keith has seen this one once, and another one he thinks may have been it, but not sure. I hadn't seen a deer in 11 stands, but I kept going back to that spot because I got 4 bucks to come out of the swamp in one spot. I knew eventually one of them would come back. went in yesterday afternoon. Keith set up in the same spot, about 100 yards away. I went in there. It was a brand new, 2 fresh scrapes and 2 rubs on trees where they were fighting that day. I listened to them make them. You can hear them making the scrapes in the video. And horn rattled. 20 minutes later, I sees this deer come up out of the swamp, downwind about 120 yards. Turned the camera on, called to it twice, looked in my direction, walked across the bowl. I called to it again, looked in my direction and turned, came right by me. I let him get broadside, came in about 27 yards. I put my 20-yard pin right on the middle of him, let it go, and I drilled him. I'm a happy guy. Figure it's about 170 pounds. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. Let's get him out, you think, huh? We gotta get it done.
I shot this buck on the last day of the Massachusetts season, December 30th. He was in the same area that Jim had rattled in those 4 bucks and had him fighting under his tree stand. Probably, what, a month or so before.
Yeah.
And last day of the season, I snuck into that spot, set my tree stand up, and had a rack buck walk in on me. I turned around, he was standing 40 yards. He was actually standing on the tracks where I walked in, smelling my tracks. He walked by me probably, I had a shot of about 38 yards away. I shot just under him and didn't get him. That was the 3rd encounter I had with that deer. I saw him 4 times. I had some opportunities to shoot him, didn't get him. The same day, the last day of the season, I circled around the swamp where I saw him walk into, tried to get him to come into me, and this buck ended up showing up an hour and 15 minutes before the season ended, and I shot this guy right here. But this was the 5th deer I shot this year. I had some good opportunities to shoot rack bucks this year. Didn't work out. I shot 2 bucks and 3 does. So I had a good season, but this was the deer I shot the last day of the season.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York. Four states that Keith and I have bought hunting licenses in. Gun tags and bow tags. And never once brought guns into the New England woods. These are the stories of just 2 of us. 24 years
of bow hunting New England. Welcome to Jim Strix, The Archives.